Maybe I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind.
A lot of folks look at the new, different, slightly unfamiliar surroundings in my videos and often ask where I live. It's also sometimes the white furniture and sometimes maybe the kind of dishes I cook that gives a familiar vibe but in a different setting. It made me wonder that should I also highlight a life in front of you which is beyond this white furniture? What lies in living outside as a true Desi? How things have changed for me, if it is for the good or the bad. So folks, let me give you a peek into my life in Berlin, Germany. Every place has its own charm, and finding beautiful things in any city or country is an art in itself. Today I bring you with me to this farmer's market or Wochenmarkt in German, which happens in my neighborhood. Often when we move out of our home country, we forget that it's important to gain some understanding of local ingredients and produce as well. It's important to learn to eat dishes made using ingredients sourced locally. This also brings me to the point of buying only as much as is needed. I've picked up a new habit in this country, and that is to buy in smaller quantities that last me only a couple of days. This means I have fresh fruits and veggies most of the time.
Still I don't know how. And the water is up to my neck, so can anybody throw me? It's been keeping me up all night. So please
Gleis 15, Einfahrt S9 nach Flughafen Berlin-Brandenburg, Terminal 1 bis 2. Vorsicht bei der Einfahrt.
A very big change that happened living in a European country was specifically to not be owning any personal vehicle. Yes, you heard that right. Having one's own vehicle is quite convenient, but that convenience is also easily found in the well-connected city that we have over here. Using trains, trams and buses is normal for one and all. This is also made possible due to the wide footpaths and convenient walking tracks built all around the city. The streets are beautiful and one can easily find hidden gems on foot which normally would go unnoticed. I'd like to briefly thank today's sponsor Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to create professionally designed websites. Having next to zero technical know-how, it's been a challenge for me to find the skills needed to build a new website. With Squarespace, this process has been basically effortless. I've managed to build the first draft for my homepage in under 15 minutes. There are also many useful tools to make your journey more fun, from analytics to scheduling and so much more. If you're a small business, a creator, or simply looking to build an online presence, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/homegupshup to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. There are two sides to a coin, and just like there are goods, there are also some challenges. Accessing Indian TV shows and channels isn't that directly possible. Over time, I started to rely more on natural ways of entertainment. I've now gone back to the basics. Coffee to go next to the river admiring the sunset. Sipping on cold iced tea on a hot summer morning on the park bench. Or watching the sun go down behind one of the many bridges that can be found across the city. I had no idea that there lies so much in our surroundings that can bring peace and tranquility. Another challenge is to procure Indian ingredients. There are days when I actually wait for curry leaves to come in stock or even to get my hands on Dhaniya Patti. Well, the flip side of this is that each time I'm able to find them, I get super delighted and make a huge list of things I'm gonna be cooking. Recently, I've been missing mangoes from India that are juicy and in season. I lucked out and ended up buying a ton of fresh veggies from the farmer market as well as the nearby Indian store, and decided to serve up a quick but delicious mixed veg curry. Largely chopped onion, tomatoes, ginger, garlic, most basic spices, and 2 dollops of yogurt. Blitz in a mixie and the curry base is done. No dish is ever complete without garnishing it with our very own Dhaniya Patti. I got lucky today because dhaniya was in stock and I bought myself not one but 2 whole bundles today. On the side, I like to cook veggies. We can do the chopping while the curry is cooking. Mix it all together and that's about done. Another major change that happened gradually in my life was to eat early. The sun sets as early as 3 p.m. in the winters and as late as 10 p.m. in summers, which is why we don't rely on the light anymore. Staying indoors is my first choice, but not when there's no sunlight for days. Strange how weather can affect our mood, right? Talking about seasons, well, winters can get supremely dark and gloomy at times. Since it's so cold outside, it's quite hard to step out except for when really needed. However, over time, I learned to be happy irrespective of the weather. I guess this is just another aspect of adapting to a new place. I now have learned to love snow and sun at the same time. I'm going to be taking my food outside to the balcony today.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
A not so obvious but still a beautiful aspect of living here is the sense of space and privacy. Knowing that you're not being invaded by invisible eyes even when there are no walls is quite a secure feeling. I enjoy my meals a lot more sitting outside these days.
Kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness.
Warm lights grew on me slowly. I was used to bright white lights until I moved here. Slowly I figured that these warm yellow lights really do make a difference. They give me a feeling that the sun is right here with me throughout the day on darker cold days. If you ask me, wherever it is that you're living, in your home country or a place totally new and unknown, there's always going to be challenges coming your way. They're just different from place to place. Whether your stay is going to be pleasant or painful totally depends on what you choose to look at. Do you choose to look at only the challenges, or do you choose to embrace the freshness and beauty of a new place while learning to adapt every step of the way? Hope you had a wonderful time today. See you all next week.